Hello and welcome to my channel. Even though I didn't intend to do weekly review for this drama, I end up doing it since the plot, especially in episode 9, is getting really interesting. So let's dive in, and again, spoiler alert. Overall on what happened in episode 9 is Yoon finally got her answer as to why her father cared so much about his brother. Yoon's grandparents deceased during the student protest along with his other uncle. Yoon's grandmother, aka his mom, made Hisup and Yoonsup promise to take care and cherish each other. That's why Hisup willingly took the blame and pretend that the shirt was his. When the police from Seoul beat him up to ask about Yoonsup, Hisup kept on his mouth shut. Eventually, both Hisup and Yoonsup saved by Yoon and Haejun. Next episode, we knew that Haekyung was the missing person on the serial killer case. Haekyung actually had a conflicted relationship with her mother since her mother seems to be in love with her homeroom teacher, as also a owner of a bar. Haejun managed to convince Haekyung that her mother always loved and put Haekyung as her priority, as Haejun himself encountered Haekyung's mother in the future and witnessed her will to find her daughter. This episode ends with Haejun trying to find his biological mother, which is either Chung-ah, the bonbon tea shop owner, or Gu Mi-soo. That's all happened in these two episodes. So now let's dive into my thought and review. First, let's talk about our new puzzle. Who's Haejun's mother? Currently, we got two candidates. First, Chung-ah, the bonbon tea shop owner, and Mi-soo. I guess it's the bonbon tea shop owner. Why did I believe it? First, age-wise. Haejun's father obviously an adult and a university student. If I'm not mistaken, he already left for 3 years to study. So how on earth he knew Mi-soo? Plus, Mi-soo was minor 3 years before and still a minor, while Haejun's father already grown adult. Some Korean drama got a backlash for their minor adult relationship. So I don't think that this drama and producer and director is there enough to cosplay the romance between a minor and adult since they are aired in the public broadcast. Second, in 2021, Haejun's father Sean kept all the movie ticket that his parents went on the date. If Mi-soo is the mother, it is weird for the father to have some lingering feeling, especially Mi-soo already become popular writer even before Haejun was born and later married to some other guy. So why he has that kind of lingering feeling? Plus, Mi-soo seems to never leave the village. In earlier episode, it showed that her husband knew about Woo Jung-ri, while the principal Yoon told Haejun that his mother left the village after giving birth to him. Third facial feature. The casting director of this drama should seriously give raise or at least a serious recognition. Not only the old version and the younger version look similar, their kids also look similar to the parents. Yoon, for example, did have a similar picture with both a younger version of parents. Here, the bonbon tea owner did have a bit of similar feature with Haejun, just like how Haejun dad has similar picture with him. Let's go to the serial killer story. Aside from we could rule out Hisup here, there is no clue about who is the killer. Heck, we didn't even know the motive of the murder yet. However, by looking at the conversation between Mi-soo and Haekyung, we can conclude that they knew something because Mi-soo wanted to use the murder to frame Min-soo. I have a lot of questions why she met with Hisup. To be honest, I believe that Yoon-sup isn't the killer, but the murderer seems to be connected to him. First, Lee Jun-young, his senior at the SNU, and also participate the protesting together. And per I said in my previous video, they're supposed to meet at the coffee shop. And Yoon-sup seems to keep on eyes on her in Wujung Inn. Second victim, on the other hand, Lee Kyung-ae, said to Sun-ae that he was going to meet with her savior. Means that there are two suspects, either Haejun or Yoon-sup. Aside, the lock necklace owned by Yoon-sup found near Kyung-ae's body. My theory is Yoon-sup probably knew the connection between the victim and Yoon-sup and tried to use it to manipulate Yoon-sup. But Yoon-sup most likely doesn't know about these two victims linked to Yoon-sup. The only thing about him got caught by the police because he was protest. That's why he said Min-soo knew nothing in the previous episode. Another weird thing about Yoon-sup here is his relationship with the chairman Yu.
선배님. 대체 어떻게 된 거야? 어? 한동안 연락도 안 되더니 어떻게 이러고 나타나나 그래?
He called Chairman Yoon as Sanbe, which means senior in Korea. The escape makes it seem weird because Chairman Yoon's son is similar age to Yoon Sup, so why call him Sanbe instead of like Chairman Yoon or even Mr. Yoon? Aside from that, it seemed like Chairman Yoon and Yoon Sup did knew each other well. Chairman Yoon also the one who let Jun Young work at the school despite knew about her background as a protester. There even a weird word came from Yoon Sup here.
감사합니다. 제가 알 수 있는 미래를 만들어주셔서.
I wonder did he knew about the future or even time travel. Even the Chairman Yoon spoke to Haejun here.
하도 빨리 그냥 확 잘라버릴까 그냥.
안 그러실 거면서 맨날 말씀만.
맞아. 가족을 어떻게 잘라? 그치?
I have a hunch that both Chairman Yoon and Yusuf knew about our time travel probably by accident or by chance. After watching episode 10, I think that the reason why Haejun was murdered is most likely because he tried to investigate about the missing case of Haekyu. Haejun met with Haekyung's mother is probably the driving force for him to find the truth, but it actually cost his life instead and linked him to the killer. That's all my theory. Next, let's talk about episode 9 that made me cry a river. This episode by far the most annoyingly playing with my emotion. The fact that Sun-ae ran out to save his soap and got frustrated when nobody wanted to help her. And even Yoon tried to stop her. This I expected. If you watch my previous video, Soap will suffer at this episode. But the one that broke my heart the most is this scene. He still believed that he was punished, but when Yoon asked what did he did wrong, that's when the ninja cutting onion came to me. Earlier that morning, she did say that her father, aka Hisoop, deserved it, but she was speechless after hearing this.
잘못을 했으니까 벌 받는 건 당연한 거잖아. 네가 뭘 잘못했는데? 잘못을 했으니까 그러니까 일이 다 이렇게 됐겠지.
I mean, all her life, she think her father did her wrong, but saw her father condition obviously broke her. But another thing in this episode that I like is the sheer panic on Yoon face when he's been taken away. She did spell Appa instead of Abuji, which what she used to call Hisoop before. Those who are familiar with Korean terms or Korean drama will understand what's the difference between Abuji and Appa. Hisoop and Sun-ae relationship was really blooming in these two episodes. First, their rooftop date, and second, the hospital scene. I think that Yoon finally understand why her parents acting in the future. Hisoop kept on choosing his brother since that was what he promised to his deceased mother, which is to always take care of each other. While her mother, Sun-ae, on the other hand, had a promise to always wait for Hisoop. Not only that, Hisoop also was the one whom comforted Sun-ae during her dark time. Even though some people might disagree with the older Hisoop choice, but remember, he said to Sun-ae that all his precious person was taken away. By putting distance between them, he will not lose them. This kind of realization made me think that instead of Yoon, Hisoop was the one that suffered the most that night at the lake. Losing one of the brother, parents, and even then having a brother who suffered from dementia. Next thing he knew, his wife had been taken away. I guess it's too much for him not to break apart, with the addition of Yoon blaming on him and herself for Sun-ae death. After knowing the truth about her parents, Yoon seems to be in the cloud nine. I mean, she had that happy drunk Yoon instead of gloomy Yoon. My final thought is, I think that instead of the murder case, I really invested on Yoon, Hisoop, and Sun-ae relationship. Yun had lived in the different area from both her parents, so she obviously took their suffering for granted. I mean, she was skeptical when her mother wanted to buy the book, but it turned out that her mother was top student, but couldn't further her study due to financial problem and also the cultural norm during that time that focusing on son rather than daughter. While her father, on the other hand, had a huge scar that he kept on hiding from his family. Yun parents kept hide their past from Yun in order for her not to inherit their suffering. It was what parents do everything to protect the kid, even to the point hiding their dark past. I really hope we saw a happy family between the three of them, where especially young Hisuk could salvage the time that he missed while Yun was grown up. I will patiently wait the scene where Hisuk teach Yun to drive a bicycle that I saw on TikTok. Sorry, Hejun aka Kim Dong-woo. I watched this drama for him, but still for this trio family. Lastly, I believe that the drama title My Perfect Stranger actually referred to Yun and her parent rather than Yun and Hejun, because she is the stranger that helped to change her father's future, and also her father is a stranger to her as he barely appeared on her life, but she finally get to know this stranger aka her father. That's all my review for episode 9 and 10. I really hope that the plot will be get better on the next episodes. We only have 6 episodes left. So I hope that it will be better on the next episode with more clue. Okay, bye. Oh, don't forget to subscribe my lovely viewer. Till next time. Bye again.